Second time trying to upload this video because YouTube took down my first one. So I'm going to completely redo it. And it's probably a good thing because that video was honestly too long anyways. I think I can say the same thing and get right to the point. Let me sip my smoothie real quick. Basically in this video, I'm going to talk about why in order to progress, you need to completely cut off all weak energy. That includes people that have weak energy, that includes sources that contain weak energy, that includes media that's feeding you weak energy. All weak energy must be cut off. Now, I made a previous video talking about my ultimate simp story. Go check it out. The reason I made that video was because I had in my mind that I could take something or someone or somebody that has weak energy and elevate them to make them stronger. That isn't the case. In order for somebody to become stronger, that's an internal battle that they have within themselves. External sources can motivate them to some degree, but the final step and the initial step must be taken by that individual themselves. And by keeping around weak energy unnaturally, again, what did I say in my last couple of videos? If you ever want to know something, you skip the middleman and you go straight to the source, nature. Observe nature, okay? Do the most successful societies keep weak people around? No. Do the most powerful animals keep weak animals around? No. Even if you want to argue that America is the most powerful country in the world and that we have stuff like charity and retirement homes and all this stuff designed to keep weak people around, is that really the case? Try being a weak person in America. You will not get far. You won't get far at all. In order to get far in America, you have to see that most people have weak energy and you need to find a way to ascend above them all, okay? This includes your job. This includes your social stuff. A bunch of black pillars have been bombarding my comments lately talking about looks, money, and status and all that bullshit. They're living examples to my points because they have weak energy. They can't really see what's actually going on around them. And something people don't realize is, how do these ideologies get popular in the first place, okay? When you keep weak energy around, it has a slow and gradual effect on you to the point where you don't even notice that it's affecting you, but other people do, okay? Your energy can start off right here, and the second you start hanging around weaker people, they slowly bring you down, and they slowly bring you down, and they slowly bring you down to the point where at one point in your life you were going outside, socializing every day, and you saw all kinds of men with girls, right? All kinds of men with chicks. Tall men, short men, rich men, poor men, good-looking men, ugly men. You saw all different types of men socializing, right? You didn't know what a black pill was. You didn't know what a red pill was, right? You were out and about living your life. Then you got on the internet and you found a source of weak energy, these ideologies, and even though your energy is up here and you're not really buying what they say, because what they said has a subtle subconscious imprint on you to the point where you don't believe it initially, but then you see one example. You see one example of what that ideology said in real life. You see a tall, rich guy with a hot chick, and then you start to think subconsciously, oh my God, his money, status, and looks got him that chick. So your energy went from here, now it's here. And then the more you think about it, again, it all starts internally. You become what you think about the most. So you start thinking about it more and more, you start attracting more and more weak energy, and then you get lower and lower and lower and lower and lower to the point where you become a red pillar, black pillar too. And I hate that I keep using that ideology in the video, but that shit's been getting out of hand, man. There's millions of these fuckers walking around now, and that's okay. You don't gotta be like them. See, people think that they can keep their weak friends around, their weak families around, weak ideologies around, video games that attract a bunch of weak people. They think they can keep all this shit around and it's not going to negatively have an influence on their life. I'm telling you guys, when you cut all this shit off, that's when you can truly begin to ascend. Somebody typed the comments on one of my previous videos, and he basically asked, so you cut your mom off because your dad was an asshole? No, I cut my whole family off actually because they were all weak. You know, I have gone farther in the 2 months, yeah, in the month and a half of cutting them all off than I ever would have gotten years hanging around them. Like, the progress I've made this month and a half, I mean, some of you guys will think it's impossible. Some of you guys will think it's fucking borderline crazy. But that just goes to show you how, like, because when I hung around those people, it was just constant, lazy, depressed death energy. Now, even though I've been motivated for a while to make shit happen, it wasn't until I got around all that fucking negative energy that I really made a lot of shit happen in a short period of time. I had a three month plan for March, and I finished it in January. I finished it 2 months in advance. It's like, goddamn. So this is how productive you can be when you cut off all weak energy. And it wasn't just my family. I cut off a bunch of friends, some friends I've known for years. I deleted probably 100 phone contacts, a bunch of people on Discord, bunch of people on social media. I cut off all weak energy. And you got to do it. If you want to get to the next level, you can't constantly let weak, negative, death depressing energy bring you down. Because you attract what you are. But in order to attract other strong energies, you have to naturally get rid of the weaker energies, right? So now you're alone. Boom. Now you can make your energy stronger and naturally attract better people into your life. See, it's really not that complicated. The main reason most people have problems is because they're too weak to cut all this shit out of their life. They're too afraid to be alone for a while. They're too afraid to go without the influence of media, to just go out in nature and observe how things really are. They're too afraid to cut off their addictive little MMO video games like Toontown and Pirate 101 and etc., right? And, once you cut all of this shit out of your fucking life, that's when things really start to elevate for you. Now, and yeah, it's really not rocket science. And yeah, honestly, I'm done. I don't think I need to say any more. Those of you guys that get it will continue to get it and will continue to get stronger. Those of you guys that don't get it probably never will. I'll catch you on the next video.